Alright, video 2. So we're at the town here. Let's talk to this lovely young lady. This is Conria. Maybe Conria. However you want to pronounce that. It's just a bad spelling of the translation. The Dream City. Okay. Check this chick out. She's a dancer. That's fine. Alright, you got your main elements of the town. You have your inn. That's where you go to save and to heal your characters. This is your item shop. You can tell by the teapot. The heart. If you die in this game, you can't revive them. The only way to revive them is to go here and you have to pay the money to revive your character. Which sucks. If you die in a dungeon, you lose your character for the entire duration of whatever you're doing. And that's the only way in this game you can revive. You can't revive during a battle, after a battle, anything. You have to come back to a town. Weapon shop, armor shop. That's a white magic, and that's a black magic. You talk to everybody. Please save the princess. Yes, we're going to be doing that shortly. If you can get your fat ass out of the way. Revive the power of the orbs. Doesn't really mean anything to you right now. I already talked to you. Alright, well, I'm going to save the princess. Anything else? My home was Provoca, a beautiful port city far from the east of here. So we know there's a city far from the east of here. It's good to know. Please save the princess. Okay. Alright, first off, in this game you start off with absolutely nothing. So let's go to our first shop here, the weapon shop. We're going to buy. We start off with 400 gold. Quickly go through these weapons here and who can use what. The fighters, you want to use this weapon here. Is that pronounced rapier? Okay. I'm going to buy 2 of them since I have 2 fighters. This is pretty much a sword, a small sword. You want to use it for your fighters. You want to use it for your thief, if you got one. And your red mage. If you have a black belt, you use nunchucks. If you it's your white mage, you want to use an iron hammer, which is fairly decent. And for your black mage, supposedly the small dagger is stronger than the wooden sword, but I've noticed in the beginning of the game that the wooden sword works well against your first creatures that you fight. So that's pretty much how you want to set that up. Alright. Now let's go to the armor shop. Okay, chain armor, which is obviously right now the best armor you can buy. That goes to your fighters. It goes to your thief. The wooden armor goes to your black belt. He's the only one that can use that. If you're trying to skimp on money, your fighters can also use the wooden armor. But your white mage and black mage have to use the cloth, which I believe is like 1 defense, but that's all you can pretty much do. Alright, so that we got that covered. Weapon, armor. You have to hit start, go to the menu, weapon. Okay. Drop is deletes the weapon. It doesn't go into your inventory. It's either here or it's gone. You can't stockpile weapons. So you're going to have to learn how to choose what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep. Trade is if you bought a weapon and you put it on the wrong character, you can move it around. And obviously equip. You want ease next to everything. And if it makes a funny noise, it goes brrr. Then you pick the weapon that doesn't work on that character. So you'd have to sell it or put it on somebody who does. And B backs out. Let's go to the armor. See, that's the noise it'll make if it doesn't work. So alright, we have weapon and armor good to go. So we have 185 gold. Just a note, the inn costs 30 gold. And white magic, black magic. Now some of these spells are pretty useless, but for the sake of completion, you can pick 3 out of the 4. We're in white magic, so that's Odin. Cure is a heal spell. Harm is for zombies and any kind of dead monster. Fog and ruse are pretty useless. You'll probably never use them. You won't really need to, but you want to have the first two without a doubt. So I'll buy cure, yes, and black magic. You have to select the character, then select the magic. Fire, lightning is a must buy in every level that you see it. Sleep puts all the characters on the screen asleep. It does more than one character. It doesn't really work half the time. It's kind of useless. Lock is the same thing as sleep, but it's only one character. And I never use it. I never use either one of these. So it's up to you whether you want to have a complete magic list. But definitely have fire and lightning in there. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay. So I have armor, weapons done, and I need to level grind because I need to buy the rest of my magic. You don't want to go to your next goal without buying everything you need before you get there. And before we can save the princess, you're going to want to be level 3 or level 4. So what I like to do in every town is to make a shopping list of how much I need. So I have one level magic down, so that's out of 600 gold, that's 500, so I need 500 to buy the rest of the magic. And of course, if you want to survive the dungeon is not big, it's only one floor. You go to the item shop, because you start off with no items, obviously. You don't need pure. Pure is for if your character's a poison, and it's one of the most annoying things in the game. If you don't have any pures, but you don't get poison until later on in the game, so you don't have to worry about that yet. Tent you can use if you like. It saves your game on the world map. And heal does like 30 hit points. So I would recommend, if you could, probably buy at least 5 of them. That's probably all you're gonna need. Because the castle is really not that far away. So right now I'm thinking I'm gonna fight until I get about level 3 or level 4. I should have about 5, 6, maybe 700 gold, and that's more than enough that I need. So the first thing we're gonna do, and I'm gonna set out and do my first battle. Alright, weapons and armor equipped. You might want to go to the inn if you have any money left and save it in case you die, but you probably won't. So this outskirts here in these woods is where you want to go for your first level up or 2. And what you must know about this game is once one of these enemies die, like I have 3 characters here and I have to kind of share who fights what. Once they're dead, your character won't automatically go for the next one that's alive. So let's see, we'll probably see an example here. It said ineffective for Joe because the character he was aiming at was dead. That means you really have to spread your attacks out. I'm going to do another battle so you can kind of get an understanding of how it works. So I'm staying in the woods here. I'm going to fight until I get level 2 or 3 and enough money to buy everything I need in the town. Spread your attacks out. I usually do my fighters all separate, and then I'll just add Joe, my black mage or white mage, on top of one of the other characters just in case. Just for extra damage. There's your experience, 4 experience, and then gold is 18. And obviously, when you level up, you want to go to the inn and heal up. So that's going to be the end of this video. On the next video, I'm going to be higher level. I'm going to have enough money to buy the rest of my magic, and then I'm going to set off to save the princess.